Hello, I'm Valentin Mandaci from Historic Houses of Romania, Case de Epocă, and I'd like to welcome you to my podcast, live podcast. I'm going to speak about an interesting building in Bucharest. It's that of the Interior Ministry, the Home Office of Romania, which is this one over here. It's a very interesting edifice because it contains both Fascist and Stalinist designs. It started as a Mussolinian building in the 1930s. Romania was very much influenced in its architecture in the late 1930s by Mussolini's Italy. It was also a kind of benchmark, everything in Italy of that time for Romanians, including the architecture. For example, the actual building of the government or the military academy are Mussolinian designs. The same was planned this one, if you look over here. But now it's looking more Stalinist. To see the old plan, it's over here in this panel. They have a small historic of the building, and you can see the forms. They are more round, more rectangular, more like Mussolinian buildings, wanted to emulate the old Greek and Roman temples into modern architecture. But the building never got finished in the wartime, so it stays like that. And all it was finished after the war, when we had obviously Stalinism, and was finished with Stalinist touches. As you can see, those things on the columns, on the apparent columns over there, you have a kind of Corinthian capitals, which were very much loved in Stalin's times. If you see, if you look on the Seven Sisters buildings, the Stalinist Gothic in Moscow, you see all of these kind of classical forms. They weren't present on the Mussolinian. The architect who achieved the finishing of the overall finishing of the building is Horia Maicu, the one who also created the local Gothic Stalinist building, the Scânteia House, House of the Spark, which is the name of the communist newspaper, and also he did the Mausoleum of the Communist Heroes, which is now the mausoleum, the place for the unknown soldier. I've been there last week when Prince Charles visited, for example. It's amazing because its origin was the Stalinist monument and now it's used for these purposes. The same has happened over here. The historic of this building expounded on this panel is not a correct one. They will say that they will not say anything about fascist architecture or Stalinist architecture. They just extol the merits of these buildings, that it's extraordinary and was started by a certain architect. Nothing about Horia Maicu, who is a very interesting personage. He's from Constanța. His name was Harry Goldstein, Jewish, local Jewish architect who managed to escape the anti-Semitic laws, came to Bucharest under this Romanian name Horia Maicu and managed to escape all of these persecutions and to emerge as the most important architect of the Stalinist period. So very, very interesting, I would say. So it's a part of the history of Bucharest, and in these buildings you can see the overlap of two dictatorships, which reigned over Romania for 60, 70 years, I would say. I hope you like this video, and we'll meet each other next time. Bye-bye.